Today's frequently asked question is, how do I find Christian singles in my local area? And I get asked this a lot, particularly from people who are in rural areas who don't have the same sort of size church congregations and really struggle to meet other single Christians. There are several tools at your disposal. Number one, and possibly an obvious one given where we found ourselves, is the SALT app. Obviously, you can set your perimeters and your distances and you can meet people who are within traveling distance. If you're really sort of suburban, if you're like out there in the sticks, if you're not in a city, then try your best to be flexible about the distance that you can travel, because it is going to be tough otherwise. You might find yourself with very few people in your village or town that you're able to date. If you're in a city, I think it's just a case of being open. There'll be plenty of options near you. So online dating is a great one for finding single Christians who live within a decent traveling distance of you, but who you maybe wouldn't cross paths with otherwise. Then there's things like Christian speed dating events. These tend to happen in big cities, in Manchester, in London, and that can be a bit more tricky. When it comes to interacting with other Christians in real life, I suggest going to different churches, dropping in with a friend who goes to a different church and joining them, making sure that you're doing the social activities after church if they exist. And often in more rural areas where there are smaller church congregations, there'll be like a monthly all-together service, or there'll be a Thursday evening worship session or something, which will kind of attract more of a similar crowd, but with a handful of people from each church. It's about showing up to things like that. It's about starting good conversations. It's about getting to know people. The wider your friendship network, the more people you'll know who have a potential to be a great partner. So it's about investing in people with a view to building friendship, both men and women. And through that, your network will continue to grow, but also means being open to longer distance relationships and open to putting in the effort to making one of those relationships work.